Hi, everybody, and we're live. I'm really sorry that we're a little late, but I was taking up Priya's time by asking her some advice. So, I have the lovely Priya Walia with me today to talk about her story, which will definitely move your hearts. We have the most amazing people in our business, and some people they just move me so much, and Priya is one of them. So, I won't
Oh,
waste any time. I'm just going to go straight to you, Priya, to ask you, please tell our audience a little bit about you, or lots of bits about you, and then also your story.
sure. First of all, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nandini, for having me here. This is my second interview or live with you. And this is my way of giving to our people, our community, and especially India holds a very special, the space in my heart, even though I moved to Australia permanently. But I still like, every time I find thing in this business or something exciting, I feel like, oh, this can benefit, India in so many ways, or the people I worked with in past. So yes, it's my privilege that I got opportunity through your page to share my story. And I hope even if I inspire one person, and I know that matters everything to me. So thank you so much. So for all your audience who might not know me, my name is Priya. I'm originally from India, and I migrated to Australia in 2000, end of 2015, at precise 2nd December 2015, after my marriage. So since then, Australia is my home. I live in Melbourne with my husband and my beautiful 5 years old daughter, soon to be 5 years old daughter. I'm no different. Like everybody has a story, and I also have my story. I was doing very well in my career. I always work in a corporate sector in India. Maybe some of my old colleagues might be watching this live already, because I did have an office in Bangalore, like Mumbai, Delhi. We had offices in Pan India, and I was handling a team of about 5,000 people across the Pan India. I love working with them. I always missed working the way we used to work. And so, yes, after moving, my story was no different. I was considered as a migrant as well. Because when you come, you leave your experience, everything, you have to start from scratch, no matter how good you are, because no one knows you. No one knows what your potential is, what you can do, what you're good at. So you have to literally start from scratch. Though my case, it was bit easier because my husband was already in Australia. So I didn't have to go through all the struggle which other migrants go through. But for a professional who's doing really well in the career and then finding themselves back, it was my biggest thing. Like, I felt lost. Plus, that when you come, I came as on a spouse visa, and I think many people who come, sorry, so it's hard. Like, you don't have a working right. So of course I didn't want to work. I only want to work when I have a visa. But then there was a gap of 8 months. So I'm sitting home doing nothing, just waiting for my visa. It was very frustrating. And even though my husband never said anything, but myself is not used to not working, not used to not using my brain. Because when you handle such a large team, you're always busy. You're always busy, like, and now you have nothing to do. All you're doing is eating. And then that has impacted my health a lot. I started gaining weight. I got some very serious medical issues started happening to me, because when you're sitting alone and you're stressed, what happens? That's what happens, right? Anyway, finally, after 9 months, got the visa, started working, and thought maybe life will change now. But it was very sad and depressing that no one consider your past experience at all. You literally have to start from the scratch. But I accepted it. I thought, okay, as far as I got the white collar job, I'm okay with it. I can do it. So I started working slowly, gradually. I reached to a certain where I'm not fully satisfied, to be honest, but I'm still okay. And I kind of made a, you know, or agreed to a fact that, now as far as I'm making money, it's more than enough. And as far as I'm doing white collar job, because that means a lot to me. So I thought, okay, two ticks done, it doesn't matter. I'm still okay. So everything was good. Then, I got married very late. So you know that. We were planning for the baby, no luck. But eventually, in 2020, we were very lucky. We conceived with our daughter. During that time, yeah, end of November, I think 19th. So, yes. So in September, she was born in 2020. Every whole world was in lockdown. But the another challenges started. I did have a job to go back to. Everything was there. But then, they say it takes village to raise a child. Now, my village was not there. My mom couldn't travel. My dad couldn't travel. None of my family member could travel because Australia has the longest lockdown in the world during the COVID. Now, yeah, I had to go back to work, but then I can't. And I don't know what to do. And I couldn't handle Eliza. And I was really, really sick throughout the pregnancy. And when I delivered it, then it was the worst. Like I don't want any mother or any lady to go through it. But it's a body, right? It can happen. And when you have health challenges before even starting the pregnancy, then this was coming. We knew that, but it can be life threatening. We had no idea. But when I delivered the baby, it became like I don't want to share like openly, but I literally died in the whole process of giving birth to my daughter. And but I'm very lucky that I survived because of the very nice medical system here. It's very good. I survived. I came home after 1 month. Everything was, starting to get better. But then the postnatal depression hit me alone, COVID time. And the other, they say it's not just me. Many mothers in India, now I remember, if I recall, in India, people used to say, pagal ho gayi hai, like that. But it's not like that. It's actual thing. Your hormone imbalance makes you think, which you don't see the reality. You don't get attachment with your baby, and so many things, like. And I had the extreme one, and it was so bad. I don't want to even remember that phase of my life. Anyway, time was passing. We were still struggling as a new parents. And you know that you have to go back to your job. You're on maternity leave because in I think when I had it, I was only paid for 4 months maternity leave. After that, you are on unpaid maternity leave. So basically, I took it for 9 months. And but my husband decided that you're not coping well, you're not well, and we don't have any support. So it's better you take 1 year. And we were thinking, we were in middle of planning this thing that Priya will extend her maternity leave. But the same time, my husband suddenly became sick, and we had no idea. And I remember exactly that I myself was admitted in the hospital. Me and Eliza came back, so he came to pick us up, and we could clearly see that he's not well. So I asked him, Mitch, what happened? Because I was hospitalized for 4 days. So I came home after 4 days. So when he came, I could clearly see that something is very wrong. And then I touched him, and he was down with very high fever. So I was only worried about my daughter. I was like thinking to myself, I said, hope it's not COVID. Because if it's COVID, my child gonna get sick, right? But in my mind, I haven't thought that something could be really bad with him itself. Anyway, the moment we came home, he collapsed. When he collapsed, we called the ambulance and he was admitted. The very second, third day, they gave us the news that he's suffering with a very life threatening disease himself. And that's it. I can't tell you, Nandini, how I felt. I was struggling badly. Like I can't I can't say that. Like every single day I used to feel so low, totally depressed. Now, I was coming out of it. The only village I have is my husband. Now, he's also And I was like, how I'm gonna manage him, how I'm gonna manage my daughter, how I'm gonna do my full-time job, and even whatever money I'm going to make, will that be enough to pay the mortgages? Will that be enough to pay the bills? Will that be enough to pay and save his life? How I'm gonna do it all of a sudden? Because we were not prepared for this. We never had a plan B. Never. Like, and that's why I strongly say, even if you have a very solid work, job, business, having a plan B is very, very important. Because I was earning well, he's earning well. We never thought this can happen to us. But it did happen to us. And then it was a shock. And but the sad part, we was not prepared. But then they say that, if you believe in God, it will show you the path. But you have to take action and you have to believe, you know, because there are so many things happening in the world. But there is, if you believe in God, then you have to believe that this is His showing. And the same
Yes.
thing happened to us through XYZ, whichever way we entered, we got to know about this. And then I didn't know that this comes as a business opportunity, but that's how I entered. I wasn't looking for particular this, but that behind the scene, whatever product and services are involved, that I needed badly to protect my husband for his
Yes.
health. And that's
Yes.
how I came into this business. That's why they say that sometimes God's give you very, very difficult time, but then at the same time, He teaches you lesson, He make you strong, but then He won't just leave you. He will show you. And I had no idea that the lowest time of our life can be something very good for us as well. So
Yes.
that time this business came into our life, and of course, no brainer. We jumped into it. I was working, still working full time from home, looking up my daughter whole day. Like, I know that sometimes it was very hard. I
Yes.
couldn't go and do the toilet. I would instead feed my daughter. Like, I had to pick and choose. Like, every time I remember my manager, if you go away from your screen for 2 seconds, they will ping you, they will ask you. And I remember the day precisely when they told me, every time you are feeding her and you are breastfeeding, you have to at least inform us. And that was it. That's not okay. That's, as a woman, as a working woman, as a mother, a newly mother, like, how can you be so cruel? And the small child need a feed, right? And that's it. That day I made my mind that now something we have already found, all we have
Yes.
to do is focus. And that was it. Then I, to be honest, without even having any backup, I decided to quit my job on the same day, because it was very disrespecting to my child. It was
Yes.
very hurtful to my child. And it's not just my story, it happens to many mother. Because before you become mother, or you are totally different, or it could be any, like, my husband faced the same. When he became sick, the same people started treating him very differently. He was a very different. So it's not just the mother, it can happen to anyone. Any injury can change you the way people treat you. Any sickness can change you the way people treat you. And in my case, it was my daughter. That was the moment of our life to enjoy, but everything was going. So my husband told me he is my biggest supporter from day one, even though he was battling his own issues.
Yes.
But he is the one who told me that, don't think twice. You are so good in everything you do because you do from your heart. So why don't you just give a go? And I was like, no, because I always worked. I always thought I am very good corporate professional and I don't think I can work. I can do something my own. And he's the one, he said, why not? What is to lose? Try. And if you don't like it, if it won't work, it's not end of the world. You can try something else. And that was it. And that's how we came into the business. And trust me, Nandini, I am so proud of myself. I'm so proud of my family. I'm so proud of my daughter, that it changed everything for all of us. I never had to send Eliza to kinder because we did not have a choice. It's not
Yes.
that I didn't want to, but we did not have choice, because Every time when kids start kinder or school, they bring a lot of sicknesses, viruses, and I
Yes.
couldn't do that. Like, if she brings something, it can literally kill my husband.
Yeah.
How should I do it? And then I am the only one looking after both. So what to do? And I am sure there is many mothers and many ladies, or it could be many people in the similar situation like that. So I listened to what I felt from God. We took a leap of faith, and we started. And then I started working. Like, I was working on my job, I am looking after my daughter, I'm looking after my husband, and I'm looking after a little bit myself, and then working on something beautiful in the background. Then eventually I was in position to do part-time. So then I started working 2 to 3 days a week. Then since last year, April, now I feel like I can focus. So by choice, I became full-time digital business entrepreneur, and by God grace, it's going really good. And as you know, in our business, we have the option where we can build the business for our kids or family and pass
Yes.
on to them. So when
Yes.
Eliza was very, as you know, 3 years ago, I started her account as well, and I'm so happy to announce here that yesterday her account reached her fourth milestone. So you know that we have only six milestone, and the high, like, getting to a four milestone is not less either. So my
No.
daughter, yeah. So rather than just building for myself, of course, I am building business for myself as well. I've also opened the account for my daughter, and she's just 5 years old, and she already have a minimum four-figure giving business already ready to be hand over to her. And I'm
Wow.
sure that in 3 years I did it. So I know in the next, by the time she will be ready to take on the business formally, it will be definitely 5 to 6 figures.
Wow.
So yeah, so honestly speaking, there is no brainer. Like, we can't do that in our job. We are just a number, we are replaceable. At the same time, it doesn't matter how good you are still replaceable. Especially we are in AI era right now. Leave
Yes.
about replacing by human, there is a more chance we will be replaced by the technology now, right? So I
Absolutely.
would strongly recommend to people, no matter how good you are doing in your field, have a look at it, because it's
Yes.
so flexible to do it. If I can do it with all those situations, the health challenges I still have. It's not that, but all I can say is when I joined this business, that was the right time for me, because the community support, the people, the business partner I've got, it was kind of, I felt so alone, but the whole community literally holded me, give me a hug. And I can't believe my very first business partner, and the second and the third, pretty much all of them was mother who understands you. But they
How
were the mother, yeah, they were the mother with experience. And everybody has taught me so much. Like, I was helping them in terms of building their business, and they were supporting me being how I can be a good mother, how
how
can handle this. And
yes.
honestly, I'm telling, on online platform, I'm grateful to each one of them to give me that support that time. Because if it wasn't there, I wouldn't be here, Nandini. I'm telling openly. It's not easy to tell about your mental health issues openly, but I'm telling you, like, a one person, if the one person can hold your hand, then you will survive. But
So
that's
true.
what yeah. So this business not just given me the income source, this business just not give me the business, future assurance that my future will be bright, but this business actually saved my life, because I got the people I needed. I got the people who understands me. For example, if I was in India for so many years, until 2015 I was in India, but honestly speaking, I never had opportunity to meet you, even though I never met you, offline. But look at
Yes.
that. You are in India, I'm sitting in Melbourne, and now we connected through the business. This is
Yes.
the power of this business, and I'm so grateful. And I honestly, with sharing my raw story. All I want to the people who will going to watch this, sometimes you have to trust your gut. Not every opportunity is wrong because everything has changed. We are in 2025, and the way we worked in past and the way we are working now has changed. You know,
Yep.
I'll,
Yes.
I'll give you one example. So recently in Melbourne, you must have watched in the TV as well. We have the biggest warehouse for Cadbury chocolates. Everybody knows about Cadbury's chocolate, right?
Yeah.
So
You
the
get the
biggest,
best Cadbury in Australia. I
yes,
always say that. Any of
yeah,
my relatives come from there, I say, bring me they say, Cadbury. I
more,
say,
yeah.
because the taste is the best.
Yes. So recently, I was watching the TV the other day. They have opened the biggest warehouse in the world. So all the distribution gonna happen from Australia. So any chocolate you will be eating in India or maybe Dubai or Singapore or maybe anywhere in the world will be going from Australia. And they were showing that how big building and warehouse they have hired. It's huge. It's like 10,000, 15,000 square feet. And when you hear that, how many team member or employees they must have hired for that?
Yes.
No, how many? Can you guess?
Lots. Or is it all AI?
So they hired only 120 people, and the rest, everything, including the distribution, packing, putting the stuff, is
AI.
handled by robots. So think about it. It was very scary, and my husband was watching it. And but that's the future. If we don't prepare ourselves, it's no brainer. That's what's gonna happen. That's because the robot has in Melbourne, even in Indian restaurant, they don't hire students or waiters or anybody. People
Yes.
are literally have the robots to serve your food.
Yep,
you know
absolutely. Hi,
so
Jansi, from Priya and me. Hi.
hi, hi Jansi, hi.
Yeah, it's true. Robots are just taking over. So we have to use automation instead of letting automation replace us. Right.
Correct, correct. So yeah, my story is no different. In this business, everybody has their own story, and all I can say is this business is best fit for everyone. It comes in a box. If you're ready to learn the new skills and implement it on your pace, nobody is running behind you, or no deadlines, no sales, then definitely you should explore this. And especially, like, look at you from glamour industry to this, like, why not, right? Why not?
Absolutely. I wanted something of my own. And
Yeah.
I just find this so amazing. Hey, Andrews. Hi, watching from
Mhm.
Melbourne.
I met him at the convention, I remember. Hi,
So
hi.
I just feel very blessed that this opportunity has been given to me at my age. I don't feel lonely. I don't feel down. I
Yeah,
don't have, like my age, like so many of my friends are joining clubs, joining some card game, joining mahjong classes. I don't have to do all that because
yeah.
I have this business, and also we learn so many new skills. I'm always using my brain, expanding my brain cells. I feel very lucky to be here, and I
to
meet so
be
many people.
to be honest, we are the lucky to have you in our community. You have contributed so much in such a small time. Like within a year, I think you are in the system for a year, right? But you're
Yeah.
doing already so many things. You helped not just me, one person, you helped many person in the community. Like everybody comes from a different background and different experiences, right? And that's the beauty of this business. Like I come from a corporate and accounting background, and my team member, all of them are from different background, but then
Yes.
we all bring something to the table.
Yes.
It's not just that every time I talk to any person, even if they've joined like this week, but then there is something to learn from everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So true, Priya. It's so true. We're lucky to have the richness of so many stories which are so genuine.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
my heart feels so fulfilled all the time because of that. I'm a
Yeah,
people
I
person.
know.
I love the people here.
Same, same, same. So he's my wife. You wanna come say hi? My
Hi.
husband just came. Which you wanna come say hi? So yeah, all I can say is that it's just like this is a new way of earning. This is new way of
Yes.
working. The
Yeah.
sooner we accept, the sooner it'll be good for us. And
Yes.
I'll introduce Nandini. He's my husband, Mitch.
Hello, how are you?
She's
You.
Nandini. What I talk about. She used to be in Bollywood.
Oh, really?
She's from our film industry.
Oh, nice.
How are
Yeah.
you?
Good, thank you. How are
Good.
you?
I'm great. Better now speaking to Priya.
Wow. It's amazing. Nobody, it's very rarely that we get to speak to uh, actresses and actors. Mhm.
But you know what? After joining our community, it is possible.
Everything is possible over here.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
So he's the reason of me coming to this business, and
Okay.
he's my biggest supporter. And my message to all the skeptical husband, or sometimes girls come to me and they say, "My husband said this." I really laugh like it's 2025. Come on, you're working full time, you're earning, you're looking after your house, and then you still need permission to do something you like, which can change your whole family dynamic. Like, what is? But for me, it was like he's the one. Because
Wow.
I'm always a
Bless
job mindset.
you.
Yeah,
Bless you. Really. Bless you.
yeah. So all I want to say, all the husband, the people who are already working in the business, please support your wife, because
Yeah.
end of the day, all we want is just for our family, right? And
Yeah.
the people who are sitting in the back bench and still thinking about it, trust me, this could be a solution to many problems in your life, and we are the real proof.
yeah.
And if this business wasn't here, I am telling you over and over, I might not be here because I was really bad.
Anyway, you're here, and Mitch is
Yeah,
here with you, and bless
yeah.
you both. And just
Thank
stay
you.
happy and blessed always.
Absolutely. And yeah, it's it's good to see the, my daughter is growing and my business is also growing at the same time. So I didn't have just one baby that time, I had two.
The business and your. So Jansi says, well said, Priya. Really,
Thank you, Jonesy.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing. So yeah, all I
Yeah.
can say is, like, just take a leap of faith and just accept it. This is new era. Look at you, like, why would you change your industry? But there's never like you learning, and we just don't do business. It's a self, growth. We learning
Yes.
from each other. Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Where do you get
amazing.
an opportunity like this to learn every day from different people, different parts of the world? You
No,
don't. It's a very unique business. I didn't know it would be like this.
you
I
know
thought,
what, people? Yeah, people
yeah,
spend thousand and thousand on personal development.
yes, we get it free.
Absolutely,
We get
and
so many courses on personal development. So many.
absolutely,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
I also
many.
get,
And
we get so
you
many different people. Yeah. I've
you
taught.
contributed into our community. Like, I think there's not even a one person who doesn't know you, Nandini.
It's my privilege. It's my privilege to reach out and help people in any way that I can. And a blessing
Yeah.
to me, uh, like always. I feel very blessed to be able to do this.
All I can say is any person who will join under your being will be very, very lucky to have you, because you comes with so many background. You also were into the personal development space,
Yes. Yeah.
and you had so much experience. You did so many roles, and um, i- you know, you have a family, and then
Yes.
everything brings you experience, right? Because when you become mother, it's totally different life, it's totally different
Oh,
experience.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then it's really, really, very empowering. And then even your story is so good. Like, you didn't share today, but in when
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it is so motivating. And honestly speaking, which business you do, like traditional business, you can pass on to your kids? You
yeah.
can't.
Can't.
You can't. And the secondly, do you really think your kids gonna take on? Like there are so many businesses in India, traditional business. The kids
Yeah.
doesn't want to take over.
But here, this is a back end system that's working. So they can continue with their passion, and
Yeah,
this will make money for them in the background.
absolutely.
No?
Plus, this business we use social media, right? Who which kid doesn't want to use social media?
But the other thing is why uh, film stars' parents and the the kids, why did not progress? Because the thing is, the parents have already up to that level
Yes,
that the child thinks that, you know what, there's so much pressure in this industry. I
absolutely.
can't compete with mom and dad.
Yeah, yeah.
So therefore, when they make their first release, the debut, it's either a hit or it's a flop. So
Yes.
they do like one movie and then they say, you know what, no, this is not for me.
Shantanu. Yeah,
So yeah, look, I mean, but where is this business, online business? There's no pressure,
no.
right? Nobody's judging you from any angle.
I tell you, Mitch, you're saying something very important because me at my age could not do anything with pressure. I would crack up and
Yeah,
leave. It's
yeah,
because there's no pressure that I can chill, do it in my own way. Yeah.
that's what. Yes, yeah,
And when you work in a job, I can only talk about job perspective because now I've seen the both side of it. In the
Yes.
corporate job, we are just a puppet. No matter what position you hold, we
Yeah.
hardly have any say. We only do what we have been told to follow the policy and the procedure. But here, I can use my brainer. I can use the new skill I will learn. I can invest or like any. I'm free. I can do any idea I get in the toilet. I can use any idea I get while cooking. I can use any idea while walking, right? I don't have to take thousand approvals to even get that idea be considered. And then I have to justify in meetings why
Yeah.
I think that idea will work. And here I am free to do as much the way I want to earn, the way I
Abs-
want to, you know, that freedom, especially, it's like no pressure. And my business is running alongside with my family. It's not that most
That's
of you know yeah, most of my friend tells me that, oh, you're very lucky, you didn't have to send Eliza to kinder. But when I tell them and share the opportunity, no, but I wasn't lucky, I worked for it, I trusted the
very
system.
hard. And Mitch, will you just tell the audience how you encouraged your wife and why?
I encouraged my wife. Basically, when she first told me about this business, I am not a tech savvy person or anything. I said, you know what? If you feel you can do it, then it doesn't matter. I'm always with you. I'll support you, right? Um, the reason why
I
I
remember you told me you won't know until you try.
yeah, that's with
Yeah.
anything. If you don't go, you won't know, right? Um, so and she said, why you encourage me to do something? I said because instead of working for someone and making them rich, right? Asking them, well, how's your weekend? He'll say, listen, my weekend is not good. I said, well, you'll ask him why, right? Why your weekend was not good? He says,
Yes.
you see that Friday downstairs? Yeah, that's my Friday, and it's boring. After 5 years, he says it's boring because he's
Yes.
done the state. He's been in it. Now he wants a top model, but
Yes.
because he's not working hard enough, he can't buy a new Ferrari. So instead of working for someone, you
Work
work for yourself.
and buy
You
many
buy that Ferrari.
Ferraris. Yeah.
Right? That's the why.
I love it. Yeah, why work for someone else? Work for yourself and buy what you want. You may want a Lamborghini and not a Ferrari.
That's right.
Yeah.
Be the
Love.
person you want to be. Empower yourself.
Superb. You should come and empower all the men who are skeptical.
To those men who are skeptical about everything, open your mind. Stop living this narrow-minded um, figure that I'm the greatest. I am this. I'm that. Forget it. Your time is over. Right?
It's
The
not
world
over.
means
It's always good to have one plus one,
Yeah.
support
That
in
time
any
is
way.
over.
but
He's
Yeah.
I'm
saying that
talking for those men who
No, no, no. Sometimes in what we saw in mainly in our business, that even the lady or the girl or the person wants to do it so badly, but then
yeah.
their partner thinks it's not right business.
that's where I'm
But
coming
and
from.
and there is people who already in the business, but they don't hardly get their partner support. But what I like the message is support in any way you can,
Yeah,
encourage them to try.
That's what he's saying. That time when the
that's what
man
I'm
said,
saying. Yeah,
"Greatest
empower yourself.
idea," that time is over. Now is the time to support your spouse, right?
Absolutely correct. Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what, Nandini, I want to say that from his like I shouldn't be saying it, but it's okay. I'll say it.
Let's say.
Most of our family, his side of the family, they literally thought I'm crazy. But honestly speaking, as I said, it wasn't matter for me starting the business. For me, it was the what coming with the business. I was after that. I don't want to share. I can't share here openly, but you know that the product
Yes,
and the services involved. And
products,
so
which were
I
very
was investing. I was investing in any way that. And when it comes to your health, especially
yeah.
his health, saving his life, it doesn't matter. Money
No.
doesn't matter, right? And
Yeah.
even like this is the gold mine business. It is like I would say that even no matter how rich you are, what all other income sources, every person should have one branch of this business in their household.
I agree with you because, like someone asked me the other day, will I be successful? 100%.
Of
Because
course.
the business will take its time to maybe, for some people, it takes its time. However, you have the best health product in the world in your house,
Absolutely.
in your kitchen for life. And if you calculate and see how much money you're going to save because of that health product, you're a success. Full
Yeah.
stop. It's there. The minute
Plus the
you,
other. Sorry.
yeah.
Go
Yes?
ahead.
No, yeah, that's it. You're a
Uh,
success.
Plus the other benefit of this business is there is no commitment.
Yeah,
When people say, like how much commitment do I have to give? The other franchisor or the other company says, can you give 100%? You can never say yes, I can give 100%
yeah,
because things happen in life,
exactly.
right? In time, it just happens. So this business is the best. Like there's no rent, there's
No
no
overheads.
overheads,
So,
right? So you can give 100% whenever you can
Yeah.
give time. That's 100%.
Yeah.
yeah,
Without stressing about paying the loan and without stressing about paying the wages, even though business working or not working. Because
yes.
if we are slow for, as he said, for any XYZ reason, if my health is not allowing, for example, last week I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't have to do it. I know that my system is working. you
Working
know
back. Yeah,
yeah.
yes.
So it's so good, like at least even if business is slow, because business takes time to build up, you don't have to stress about the extra expenses you have to spend because we don't have any expenses like that, you
No,
And the
know?
stress of making a new excuse.
Yeah.
yes. True. It's so true. It's so true. My God, yes.
You're not answerable to anyone.
Yeah,
Nandini, my target is to retire him because he's still working. And I
yeah.
promised him that if once my business start working properly, I will retire you. But then I started to invest in a license account. So I told him yesterday, I said, now it's the time. You be partner with me, right? You want to
Yes,
retire then?
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Retire. Retire. I tell you why. You retire and then you start speaking for men. And I tell you, you will change so many men's lives. You need to be seen out there saying this, whatever you've said today, that time has
Exactly.
gone. You don't know best. What you do is support your wife, and as a couple, do this together. It's
That's
very
right.
important. Yeah.
Exactly
Retire.
right.
Not just, yeah, not just the wife. Like it's so much,
Family.
family. Like Eliza is learning so much already. Think
Yes.
about it. Like before I have a live or meeting, she set up my selfie stick, she set up my tripod, my phone. She also put those speaker phones. Like
Yeah.
she's so much excited. And then today she's at the kinder, but most of my life she's always there. So
Okay.
yesterday I informed her. I said, Eliza, congratulations, you have reached to that. And then her first question was, Mommy, how much money I'm making now in my account. And I told her, darling, when you become this age, because in Australia you can't work before that, then you will get a surprise. And then she said, make sure you put it in my, like, we have the Commonwealth Bank account. And she's like, make sure you put my earning in that. And she minded, she's still a 4 years old. She's going to be five. So she's learning the life skills, she's learning. So, the social media can do the good, the social media can do the bad.
I
We are
agree.
running this business 100% on using social media, but our
Yes.
kids are only learning the good side of it,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Very important. Yeah.
it's really important. And then
Yeah.
they are getting the life skills. We've never been taught any financial skills in the school, college, even though from
No,
accounting
it's
background.
so important.
Yeah,
This what we have talked about today, what Mitch has said, and what you have said just now, is really education worthy. It should be
it
taught in
is.
Yeah.
school to young boys, to young girls, so that they grow up with this kind of mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm very, very proud, and I'm 100% sure that she's going to follow. So, I think you must have known one of my accountability partner called Alberta Shukliana. So,
Okay.
this year, her husband retired from electrician job
Okay.
because he missed all the milestones. She has three boys, two teenagers, and one 7 years old. So
Okay.
her husband can never went to Father's Day or any of the family days in the school because
Yes.
electrician job is hard. He's
Yes.
working, but then
Yes.
he started the business last year. He retired from the job this year. Now he and my accountability partner, they both running the business together and making
Wow.
a very, very decent earning. And now look at the proud moment. The last Friday, her eldest son, who's 19 years old, has officially joined the business. And it's not because they told him to join, it's because that boy himself told, Mummy, I'm ready. Tell me what to do to get started. And look at
Okay.
that.
So just
Yeah,
listen to this. I mean, here is a wife and a husband. The wife joined because the husband said she must give herself a chance. All
yeah,
right. Today, the wife is telling the husband, I can retire you, retire, and together we'll do it. I mean, isn't that amazing? So, all of you out
Unbelievable.
there, this is what I call couple goals.
yeah.
This is what
Yes.
I call couple goals. That's all I have to say. It's pretty amazing. You need
That's
to have
right.
relationships like this where both
Yeah,
the sides support each other.
yeah.
Yeah, amazing,
Yeah.
fantastic,
It's like
superb.
any business. Why is it that behind every successful man there's a woman man?
Yeah.
Wrong, wrong. Behind every successful woman, every successful business is a woman because a woman has
Whoa!
a brains.
Yes,
We
yes,
men we
yes,
just know how to use the machine like this, but we don't know how to use it. We don't know how to read the instructions.
Arvind.
Right? It's the woman who sit there, spend the time on instructions, only
yes.
then they tell the man that okay, you gotta do this. And the man's like, oh, we gotta do this? Oh, we do this.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. Whether it's the home, whether it's the workplace, I agree with you. But it's both. I feel it's both. There has to be the male energy and female energy right balance. You know,
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a
It's
strong.
very important, Nandini. It's very important because I definitely want to give him a credit, because when I see the ladies who wanted to do badly and they can't because husband doesn't agree, or even if they start behind their back, they are always hiding in a
Yeah,
shell because they are
so
scared, don't know how they're gonna react. I feel sorry for them, and I feel very privileged that I don't have to face that challenge.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yes, yes, I
that's
agree.
yeah. So all
Yeah,
I want to say is help your women, no matter, help encourage them to do what they want to do. And
yes.
trust me, especially if you decide to go this path, there is nothing to lose. All you have learning, 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 and earning definitely gonna follow. Yeah.
That's
Once you
beautiful.
jump on, you know about.
What do you
I was just
say?
saying, when you jump on in this, you'll never go. You never look back.
Yeah.
It's true. You jump on and you're never going to look back.
Go yes,
Yeah.
up.
Amazing. Amazing. Superb. So, any last words you have to say, Mitch, to the audience before we end this live?
Last words to be to all men out there. If you are still thinking, don't think. Get on. Uh, and be the tiger, right? Be the head of a tiger. Don't be the tail. Tail, you'll always be the unsuccessful. Like
Yeah.
what if? Be
Yes.
the tiger.
Wow.
Go ahead.
You're ready to be my business partner. I can say that.
So congratulations, Mitch. Now you're going to be a business partner. Yay! Thank Superb.
Thank you so much, Nandini. Hope we are able to inspire. But honestly speaking, all I want to say to your audience or my audience, whoever is watching, please do not think too much.
Yeah.
Check if it's not for you. Doesn't matter, because not everything is for everyone. But
Yes.
this is the new future.
Absolutely. Be the
Yeah,
tiger. Thank
yeah.
you, everybody. Bye. We'll come back for more.
Yeah.
As soon as Mitch is a business owner, he's going to come back here and talk to all of you with his wife.
Yeah.
Bye.
Exactly. Bye.
Your
Thank you
first
so much.
live with me, okay?
Your first live with me,
Thank you
Nandini.
much.
Bye.
It's a
Namaste.
pleasure.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Nandini.
Thank you. That